Hello everybody, Sneaky Chiefy here bringing you another Tom member random map video. This is a ranked match between Tom member Hobotus here in gray, who is once again playing as the Koreans, against Zura in red, playing as the Mayans, very strong civ. The map is Gold Rush, as we see this huge pile of gold and lions in the middle of this crater. So there's kind of a nice little entry point there for Hobotus if he wants it. Hobotus here is practicing Koreans in advance of a particular tournament that he's playing in called Super League. It's a 1v1 tournament where you pick your opponent's civ and vice versa. So practicing with civs he doesn't normally play with. He had a great win as the Koreans earlier and probably looking to replicate that, though he is against a very strong archer civ in the Mayans. So we'll have to see how it goes. His build was Korean crossbows and skirmishers into a castle drop and war wagons. And once those war wagons are out and inside the enemy's eco, it's really tough. So no weird strat with Korean towers that I saw, but here's what we have here. The map, like I said, is Gold Rush, fairly standard resources, though there's a little bit less gold at the start. All the gold there is in the middle. And again, he's got access to a really great pile right front and center if he wants it. But you got your 2 elephants? There's only 1 elephant in Gold Rush. Looks like there's only... Okay, so an elephant and a rhino, there he is. You got your berries, you got 2 piles of stone, and you got some hunt and some pretty standard wood lines. Though, looking at Hobotus's map, he's got a really exposed right-hand flank through the middle here. Could be tricky. On the other side, Zura's forward stone is a bit exposed, as is his main, quote-unquote, main gold. Though he does have nice protected wood lines in the back. And he's got a bit of an exposed left flank. Some of the things that I see. But he should be able to wall this off no problem. Because this wood line, especially going to the edge, he could probably just wall to here. And then wall across here if he wants to. Mayan player probably will go archers, though Eagle Warrior against the war wagons could be interesting to see. Probably give advantage to war wagons in numbers, but the Eagle Warriors will be able to catch the war wagons in a straight race. If the war wagons want to kite the Eagle Warriors, they'll have trouble doing that. And if you can get a surround going on, the Eagle Warriors will do very well. As we see, both the rhino and the elephant brought in fairly early, with 5 goats still on the field. Meanwhile, Hobotus going for berries, as he's going to lose his scout. That's really unfortunate.
Shot it.
Well, Hobotus, you found the enemy. There you go. It happens. And he did not lose his second boar, if you will. That's what had happened in the other game. Hobotus had accidentally killed his boar with the town center fire. Really unfortunate. But still managed to get the win. He even lost 2 of his goats. But it's unfortunate he lost his scout, Hobotus, because he can't drive in this zebra like I know that he likes to do. So some things that, you know, if we're talking about improving, some things that he'll need to watch out for is obviously enemy TC fire early game, as we see Zura bringing in his zebra and taking full advantage of all the available resources. At least trying to bring in his zebra. House walls on the left. He does have a very secure left flank. It's the forward right flank that I'm worried about. Yeah, luckily the zebra are relatively close to the mill, so traditional hunt for those. But I see already militia coming forward. A good play from Zura, knowing that the enemy scout is dead. So a militia rush will be very effective, especially if these villagers are caught out. But villagers can fight off militia. It's just how well can Zura combine his militia with his Eagle Scout. But his Eagle Scout's still back at home, so I don't see...
Shot it.
Oh, probably even more devastating will be all these lions.
But
it looks like he's not trying to lure the lions, he's going to fight them off, and he'll lose his militia. Two lions here. He will lose a militia to the lions. Unfortunate. Oh boy, I've seen it where a militia will gather all the lions in the middle and then run right into the enemy base and cause aggro on those lions, but not today. As it is, the militia rush is a bit stunted already, and the villagers will probably have no problem fighting that off as we see up Eric's come down for Hobotus, who in the other game created a few militia of his own, so looks like he's expecting something like that. As he's going gold a little early too, so, and also has already clicked up the feudal age way in advance of Zura, his opponent. So 21 population feudal age for Hob, 23 population for Red, as he created yet another militia, which has now got 2 lions on his tail. Can't catch a break. Mufasa and Simba here giving this militia a hard time, and you see what the lions can do to a militia caught up there in the middle. But he'll retreat to his homies, and they'll make short work of those lions as he vipers around. But definitely not what you want in your militia rush, though. Oh, he lost another. That's so bad. I mean, I laugh, but... So 25 pop full walled is Red. Luckily he's got all that going for him. He looks like he'll go for a fast castle age build behind this, as now the 2 militia crawl forward, and Hobotus reacting well, I'd say, in realizing how exposed his right hand flank is, and instead walling to the TC, which will make short work of his remaining militia. Great defense from Hobotus as he drops an archery range, and we'll start making archers with the Korean player. With the Koreans, I should say. So a full 2 minutes in advance on the age, but Red will have a very strong eco as he's undisturbed at home. That's an interesting wall. Quite solidly walled off with all of the resources he could hope for. This gold is exposed still, as is his stone, but he'll have all the stone he needs. His main pile of stone is back here, and these 3 tiles of gold should give him enough gold that he needs for now. It's a tricky one, Gold Rush, though, because I've seen players go for the middle heavily, but then get raided from the side. So you kind of have to take a split army approach on a map like this, and think about the middle while also raiding the opponent. Blacksmith here is a good move as it forces all aggro towards the town center.
Shot it.
Still just an Eagle Scout, and looks like Hobotus is going to quick wall him in, and he will. Great heads up play. That Eagle Scout is as good as dead. Archers can't range him yet, but as soon as they get fletching, they will be able to. And that Eagle Scout is trapped. So now, Hobotus will probably start thinking about moving forward with his archers. He might want to get a few more out on the field. We see a second archery range go down. No archery range for Red as he's thinking fast castle. He has almost enough res for it, as he'll drop a blacksmith and probably an archery range as the second building, I'd imagine. But Hobotus is tied, in fact, in the lead of villagers. So Zura had about a minute of idle TC time, which allowed Hobotus to catch up. So Hobotus is far behind on distance to castle age. It's going to be a market, not an archery range. So Zura thinking to wall up and boom behind this. And Hobotus looking for early aggression with these archers, seeing what they can pick off. They could harass this wood line, and it's the only wood line right at the moment, though there's plenty of safe wood back here for Zura to take. And now Zura is on stone, so we may see, this is probably for town centers and castles, but we may very well see plumed archers, which would be a lot of fun on this map, gotta say. Castle Age has been clicked by Red. Gray is nowhere near Castle Age. So this is going to be interesting. He will have the villager lead, but that's a lot of time in Castle Age. For TCs to be placed, castles to be built. Gray looking for some weak palisades to find, and we may find a few here, especially with that hill advantage. And it looks like red is concerned about this wood line back here.
Así que,
He hadn't scouted it all out, so maybe sending a Vil back to see what's what, and he'll find out that it's in fact secure. Can Gray break in here? Gray has stopped his archer production, probably sensing that his opponent's in castle age, as this scout is just chipping away at his house wall. He may break out eventually. Red is just continuing to wall up behind this. This is the right play. Padded archer armor and fletching is in. That's a decent group of 11 archers. So red, or gray I should say, has a ways to go yet till castle age. He now sees where his opponent is. 36 to 31 is the Vil count. What will red do now that he's reached castle age is the question. Is there a hole? Oh, there is a hole! How unfortunate for red. How lucky for gray. Let's see what he can do with this. He wants to cause as much damage as he can because there is no army though. Siege workshop going down immediately by red. Gray could pick off a number of villagers here. We see heavy stone going down. As he'll look for a castle out of that to protect his eco. What can these archers do? They pick off one Vil. It's already huge.
Tabish?
Streaming in more archers now.
Atut?
Hobotus smells blood in the water. He is an aggressive player we've seen. So he'll look to take advantage of that, though it is delaying his castle time quite a bit. Building archers. Doesn't have the gold, though. He probably could have used the market if he wants to. You'll have to watch out for the mangonels, though. It'll take a couple volleys of these archers to kill that mangonel. It only takes one good mangonel shot to kill this entire army, or at least half of it. So we'll see. You don't want to dance with the mangonel when you're feudal age archers. You just don't. They don't do enough damage to the mangonel. They also don't have the range.
Piggy.
5 range to 7. And, okay, one shot doesn't quite kill the archers, but basically does. It is the only building. Okay, decent split. He's got to repair villager there, though. So advantage mangonel in a big way. It's a great choice, too. Second town center goes on this horrible pile. Red not looking to push the middle. He's got plenty of resources at home, so not a horrible play to stay at home and boom, especially when you have such an advantage on the castle time. But he is knocked off on stone, and he doesn't have enough stone for a castle. But Gray, realizing that he's not going to get much use out of these archers at the moment, retreats for now. Probably going to stone himself at the moment. Yep. He's dangerously close to overchopping and letting the siege scout out. But he's got plenty on stone now, so Hobotus will look to probably drop a fort castle as well. Another town center coming down on this stone pile, so red's playing it very smart, I'd say. Not too aggressive. There are a few things like this hole here, some weird walls, but other than that, red has the right approach, I'd say. Being patient with it, not expanding out, risking things too much in the middle. Another barracks. 3 barracks from the Korean player. And he's going with supplies and men-at-arms, so Korean infantry line coming forward definitely won't be anticipated. He might expect eagles from Zura. Don't think that's what we'll see though. No indication yet what Zura will go for. Using the siege to scout out and sending up some villagers. He has enough stone, does Zura, for a castle, so he'll probably try to claim the middle here. Crossbows coming in, so it'll be a mix of crossbows and infantry. Zura's had enough of these lions. Single-handedly killed the entire lion population on the map. 47 to 43, so not a huge eco lead despite having 3 TCs and more castle time. But he's clearly got map control at this point with that castle. And it denies all the gold. Takes out these piles. Gray could loop around and get this one. Gray's about to find out that there's a castle in the middle. So red will be happy about that. So now Hobotus has enough stone for a castle. Where does he put it? It probably put it right in front of red's base. And another town center coming in from red. This does put Gray in an interesting, tricky position. Gray probably thinking one town center at this point. He might have wanted a town center and a castle in the middle, but he can't have either of those. So he'll drop a castle right in front of red's base. Maybe a little bit more cautious. No, right in front of red's base. 32 to 5 is the military. And what is the military? Plumed archers. So we will see plumed archers from the Mayan player. And we're seeing men-at-arms was cancelled, but it is coming in again. Strong unit of plumed archers, but they don't have upgrades at the moment. They will not deny this castle. There's a lot of farms just like taken out. The gold pile, not too bad because he's got the middle. But watch out. Oh. That's a good snipe on that Mangonel, and that's just too many crossbows even for the plumed archers to deal with. You need a lot more plumed archers. And that's the problem with going with a unique unit like that. You only have one castle to build it. It takes a lot longer to build up with massive plumed archers, and it's so important to have a lot of them. Okay, town center there for Gray. So just trying to hem red in a bit. I think red will still be happy with this position, though it's hard to keep your cool when you have a castle right in front of your base. Another siege workshop for red. Okay, so we're starting to see the two fronts come into play, and now we're going to see teal or gray start starving for gold a bit. They'll start to mine this pile here. And even this pile is at risk because it's so far forward. There's no other gold on the map, but so Gray will just start making war wagons and push red's main eco. Probably the right call. Zero buying stone. Probably for a defensive castle. We'll have to hurry though. He doesn't have that much gold to Mangonels in response from Gray as well. War wagons are just going to walk right in and see what villagers they can kill. Bills are 64 to 57 in red's favor as he's on now just 3 TCs, dropping a fourth on the left. Seeing outposts, yeah, I like that just for intel, scattering outposts around everywhere. But so far, military's 36 to 2. So red's just like, I'm gonna build TCs, I'm gonna boom as much as possible, but for all these TCs, doesn't have the food to keep them producing. So the milk count is not that much higher. Not to mention that red's losing food at home. And Gray's just taking this stone pile, which I love this play. It's such a great play. Needs gold wherever you can get it. War wagons can tank TC fire pretty well. They can't tank mangonel shots as well though. So this is going like right here. 1 for 1. War wagons can pick up the other one. That was a good hit. Killing bills as well. Now Hobotus has the villager lead. And a huge military lead as well. We see the power of the war wagons just dealing with the town center fire. Though he's got mangonels of his own, does Gray, so use the mangonels on the TC and send the war wagons forward to see what villagers can kill. Good dodging with the war wagons. Though I don't think Hobotus will want to lose quite as many units as he has to this town center. He's splitting his army and sniping builds over here too. They're so effective. Red doesn't know where to look. Losing builds left and right. town center's about to go down, and the 15 bills inside along with it. This is why he'll tank. Let the Korean war wagons take damage from the TC in order to take that TC down, because it will allow him to kill all the bills inside his community. So he is prioritizing running his archers away from the mangonel, which is a great play, using the war wagons to take out the mangonel and just move on to the next town center. So, despite losing the middle, Gray's like, I don't need the middle. I got gold at home for now. I got your gold. I got enough. And just letting the war wagons take out the TCs. Snipe bills. Amazing play. Oh, that's a good shot. Another decent shot. So red not giving up, making mangonels constantly out of this siege workshop and popping them out at the right moment, but he's losing town centers left and right. He's still on for the TCs because he keeps rebuilding them elsewhere on the map. So I gotta give him credit. But losing so many builds, 46 to 75. So GG call from Zura. Wow. One TC all-in push from the Korean player, working on Arabia, working on Gold Rush, working against Archer Civs very, very well. And yeah, I don't think Zura, he didn't prioritize military enough. This ball of archers was so effective. He kept them alive very well as well. And then the crossbow, war wagon combo, +2/+2 on those, mix in a few mangonels for TC, and dropping a town center was, I didn't even notice this, was Hobotus right there on the enemy's gold and stone. It's such a ballsy move, just like, okay, I don't need the middle. You can have it. Have all that gold. I'm just going to take your farming eco away from you. Take all your resources at home. Great play. Great play. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you'll join me for more. There's plenty more videos to see. And actually, before I sign off, we'll take a look. Idle TC, 30 minutes. Because he kept building TCs, but he didn't have the food once all these farms were denied. He didn't have the food to keep them productive. 2 hours, 2.5 hours of combined idle time, just from keeping all those villagers inside the town centers. And that's kind of the tail of the tape, if you will. Idle TC for Hobotus was only 5 minutes. Idle Eco, 24 minutes. Amazing. All right. Well, I hope you'll join me for more videos on our TAW YouTube channel. I hope you'll also join us in TAW if you're interested. We take all skill levels. Anyone who's interested in playing Age of Empires and enjoying the game with us, you could submit a request to join at taw.net. That stands for The Art of Warfare. And for now, this is Sneaky Chiefy signing off.